Everybody, thanks for watching. And just a quick reminder that Greek Mythology Volume 3 is now available, as well as Mystery School Volume 7 is available. Talked about in the last video about the all lifetime membership sale. It's still going on. It will be ending soon. Take advantage of the sale, you guys. As I said, the iOS app is basically finishing up, so that will be out, but you can get the Android app right now from the Google Play Store. It's available. And as I said, the site will be converting over. It's actually being worked on right now, but at the same time, you guys are still able to use the old site, but it's going to be completely different, completely redone with a lot of cool features once we get it all complete. But make sure you guys get the lifetime membership. As I said, this will be the last time you can do it. Registration, again, is still free, but it's different with the membership, so make sure you guys take advantage. Talked about in the last video about understanding what's happening with Corona and how they're using it. I had just took the PCR test, the Corona test, so you can leave, or excuse me, re-enter America. I'm outside the country by Mexico right now, so if you want to go back into America, you have to take this test. Where they swab your nose and all that, and you get the results back, less than a day. So of course, pass, because it's no such thing. And as I said, this is one of the ways that they're generating money off of this whole thing. So you have to really think about it when you stay at, places like this. And this resort here is smart, Playa Grande in Cabo, because they understand, like, if you were to go and stay at a hotel, and excuse the noise, it's like, stuff, people working around out there. But if you was to go and stay at a resort or hotel outside of the country, you have to think about what could happen for that resort if somebody is found to have corona, or multiple people is found to have corona at that place. So you have to think about that, where these resorts are basically hiring their own people, putting together their own, staff and units to basically run this thing, because I would be skeptical about letting an outside company handle Corona, because if you have a rival resort, maybe they can have some type of influence, and you have to think, if people walking around your resort and they see a door that has been sealed off because the people in there has corona, who's going to want to stay there? And how can you keep that place going if you have multiple doors sealed off with people who have corona? So these resorts are smart, and they got their own staff, and they, all legit and everything, making sure that, people are okay. And I guess maybe if you pay a little bit more money, everybody will test, negative. But you have to think about how something like that could be run if we have this widespread, virus going around. And I'm here, and it's like, you don't really got to wear your mask. There's no real social distancing here. Everybody's sharing a pool, and everybody's close to each other. So if one person has it, then it's a very, very high chance that it spreads to everybody else. Buffet style breakfast, all that type stuff. So you have to think about that. Person tests positive, then quarantine, lockdown in a room, which is going to basically, you got to do that to everybody. So it would be real smart for these places to make sure that, I'm going to pay a couple extra dollars so that everybody tests negative and they leave out of here happy. You got to look at it from that point of view. Another point of view you can look at it is, even if you do test positive for it, then what? What if you don't have the money to stay in a hotel another 10 days or lockdown, another 2 weeks on lockdown? I mean, what are you going to do? What are they going to do? It's a big risk. So you mean to tell me if I can only afford to stay here for a week, and me and 10 other people test positive, that you're going to put us up in this place for 10 days? Because, if we test positive, then 9 times out of 10, they're not going to want you to leave or travel with it. So they're going to have something in place to where they could put you up. So they got to think about these things, and these companies and these resorts got to think about stuff like this, for the rest of the year, especially, throughout peak seasons that's coming for a lot of these places, which, Cabo uses like around November. So it's still warm here. So people come all year round. But now that stuff is starting to loosen up, people are traveling a lot more. And the stuff that you got to take into consideration as a a company, what are you going to do? So again, it's a lot of ways that they're using this. We are not out of the woods on this whole Corona thing by any means. As you can see, what France, I think, they're the third lockdown now, and you have Britain still on lockdown, and they pushing the time back, and it's still very real. You can see countries still dealing with this harshly, and it's because a lot of these countries they're going to start implementing more of this digital technology into the system with the vaccine passports and everything like that, and they're talking about facial recognition to enter certain places. So a lot of these things you got to take into consideration when you're traveling, and they have to really take into consideration as a company. How are we going to play this out? Are we going to let them decide if somebody's sick or not, or are we going to control this whole thing? Understanding what could possibly happen if somebody is tested positive, and then we got to shut everything down. That's losing millions of dollars on top of money that a lot of these companies already have lost. So choices got to be made. But you're looking around and you're seeing, like I said, we're not out of the woods on this whole thing. They're still talking about the variants, and I can't really get into too much here because they locking my channel down, as I said. Got to be careful about what I said, but I got videos coming to Merkabah Academy, exclusively to Merkabah Academy, where I can get into a lot more in detail. In the meantime, we have the distraction, as I spoke about before. I told you guys I was supposed to start the end of February, but started here in March. On paper, I probably said it right. I probably was the end of March. I forget exactly, but George Floyd, the whole trial of the cop that killed him. You can see it on CNN. They blowing it up. It's a big deal. It's a big thing, and we don't know if it's going to end with this guy being, found not guilty or acquitted or what have you, and then everything's going to blow up. And that's something that I talked about, way before it happened. As to now, all eyes are on this whole case, and CNN is blowing it up, and it's drama filled. The testimony from a lot of the witnesses is crazy. Them sitting there watching what happened, and you find out a lot more new things about the whole thing. And YouTube is being real sensitive on this. I don't really want to post any pictures or anything like that because it's a sensitive subject. But you guys have probably been seeing it. One of the women that was there was an EMT. She qualified to bring the dude back alive, so to help him out, and they told her to stand by and to leave it alone. Whole time knee on this guy's neck. So the testimony is real hot. It's heated. It's drumming up old feelings, and a lot of people was chattering about it. But it's going to be a distraction for something that we don't know yet, and it's probably distracting us from something right now, which I believe it is. But we'll see how it all comes into play with what's happening with this whole coronavirus thing. You have that distraction. You have the whole distraction of Lil Nas and the satanic Nikes, which I've been getting a lot of emails about that. That's crazy. The video is crazy. All of the imagery from the promotion of this whole thing is crazy. And it's got, people who only want to be scared of Satan when they see a celebrity, called out on some satanic stuff. But they don't ever want to call out, Satan or anything like that when they're doing satanic stuff themselves. So when a celebrity throw up the Baphomet, I've been in a couple pictures throwing it up too because I understand what it means. It's nothing. What is this? It's nothing. It's hand signals, rock and roll, whatever you want to call it. It's nothing. Devil horns, Texas Longhorn horns, whatever you want to say it means. It's nothing because Satan is not real. So whatever you want to put into the whole satanic thing is going to be based upon your understanding of what Satan is. And I got plenty of videos where I break down exactly what Satan is, but we know it's bullshit. Now, same company that made these, satanic Nikes, these Air Maxes with supposedly a drop of blood in the air bubble, also made the Jesus sneakers. So they made Jesus Air Maxes too. Supposedly the air bubble and the sole was filled with holy water. So gimmick. The guy's smart enough to understand what's going to be controversial and what's going to have people talking so they can buy the stuff up. Because the Jesus shoes is sold out. Got to go on StockX. They're probably find on like 4,000. And then the satanic ones, if they did drop, I'm not sure yet, they're going to be $1,000 or what have you. Anyway, but more distractions. And I'm seeing people who I've watched put nothing but sinful, crazy stuff all over social media, half naked or something crazy they posted on Facebook or on social media, then now all of a sudden they want to be talking about God and fearing Satan. Where if you actually feared Satan and believed in Satan that he was actually real, you wouldn't be on social media in the first place. So it's crazy. Again, it's a distraction from things that's more important, and it's something to talk about. But clearly, he understands what's going on. He put the star of Venus, you might as well say, on the front of the sneaker, which would be, appropriate for him because it's androgynous. Venus is androgynous. Lucifer, it represents is androgyny, and we know that Venus goes in that pattern over a certain period of time. And at every point of the star, you have the planet. It basically conjuncts with Earth at every single point of the star when Venus is going through those cycles. So that's the whole point of that. And it really represents him and this whole masculine, feminine thing that he is putting out, which I've heard all kinds of stories about it with him, as far as like what it's supposed to represent. Either they're making him do it or this is who he is. It doesn't matter. By now, if you're conscious, you understand the industry and the type of stuff they got to display. And right now, where they're so close to completing this agenda, distraction, distraction, distraction. And, this is going on. They're setting the stage now for vaccinations for kids to go back to school after the summer is over. Watch out for that because that's coming. And listen to what they're talking about. No, you don't want to watch it. You got to watch C-SPAN, watch CNN. Pay attention to what the news is talking about because they're talking about these variants and they're talking about kids being infected and mutations and everything like that to build up to these kids having to be vaccinated before they can come to school. And that's going to be a thing. It might start with the kids having vaccine ID cards for school. Who knows? But you can see the direction that they're going with this whole thing, and the way they talk in it is definitely leading towards that, as I said it would. So vaccine passports and everything like that, we're seeing them. We're seeing so many different distractions. We have the Olympics coming up. So it's a lot that's going to be coming this year, a lot that's coming, a lot that's happening. We are out of the phase of a lot of the major constellation, or I should say astrological events that has taken place. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So as I said, be mindful of the okie doke. Watch what's going on. Watch how they're using this stuff. And I'll keep hitting you guys with a lot more videos. But as I said, stay up on definitely stay on YouTube. I'm gonna put out videos, half an hour or less to explain what's coming to Merkabah Academy, which a lot of stuff is coming. More in-depth videos where I can actually get into more detail talking about this stuff. And as I said, definitely make sure you guys get these videos. All my real scholars out there who debate biblical religion. And I know people say it's a waste of time to debate and this and that. No, you have to. You have to. And if you have the knowledge, because I've been talking about this before, if you got the knowledge to do so, do so. Because words are powerful. People have a mindset. And no matter how much they want to act like they don't care or what you're saying is not affecting them, it sticks with them. It resonates. When you say something that's real to a person, no matter how they act after that, it don't leave their mind. It stays in their mind. So when you can articulate and say the correct things to a person that's, Christian and trying to really figure this whole thing out, or just trying to be argumentative, that still sticks with them. Plain and simple. It's good to get the knowledge out for anybody who might be watching and want to know, want to see a debate or want to see what you got to say or what other people are saying about this particular thing. So with Greek mythology, as I said, a lot of people have seen it already. Yeah, the video has a lot in it. Definitely want to use it, and it completely, as I have already done, crushes the Hebrew Israelite teachings as well as Christianity with just understanding real history and what pre-existed what we know as, biblical, plain and simple. So definitely want to see Greek Mythology 3. Definitely want to see Mystery School 7. Again, take advantage of these sales. I'm holding on for as long as possible. I got a lot of emails from a lot of people who want a little bit more time for the lifetime membership, which we're going to hold on for. I'm reserving some spots, but I'm telling you, when it's gone, it's gone. I said it before. This time that's it. I won't be coming back. Merkabah Academy is, I want to lock it off. I want to have my group because there's a lot of stuff I want to do with groups of serious people that's really serious about this information. I want to do group stuff. I want to do what Azra Quasi did. I want to go to Kemet. I want to go to places, and I want serious people. But I want to get into conversation with a lot of people that's in my group that's going to be in Merkabah Academy. And I can see who's serious and who's really about this information, who wants to learn. So much to learn, so much to know, and have a lot to teach, a lot more to talk about, as you guys will see. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch. Thanks to everybody who purchased and supported, and I'll see you guys next video.